Hey everyone, it is Saturday, April 30th, and today we're going to go for a walk around one of Toronto's most vibrant and popular neighborhoods, and that would be Kensington Market, which is just over to the west of here. And this here is Spadina Avenue, and this would be the north end of Chinatown. And there's a look to the south. It's turned out to be a pretty nice day. It's about 12 degrees Celsius. So I'll be turning left here at College Street, and then I'll walk over to Augusta Avenue and head south into Kensington Market. And I'd imagine it's going to be fairly busy in Kensington Market. Certainly one of the nicest Saturdays we've had in quite a while. And there's a lot of neat nooks and crannies and street art like this. Oh, I gotta change the mode on my camera. There we go. I meant to look up. And it was on tilt lock, but there we go. Kensington Market is bounded by College Street here to the north, Bathurst Street to the west, which is straight ahead, Dundas Street west to the south, and Spadina Avenue, where I started, to the east. I'll be going along most of the more popular streets in Kensington Market and a few residential streets. There's a large T&T supermarket that opened up last year. Kensington's quite well known for its specialty shops and restaurants and cafes and vintage clothing shops. And one of the things that makes it rather unique is there's definitely a lack of corporate chain stores, although a few have tried to move in over the years. And this is Augusta Avenue, so this is probably the most popular street in Kensington. So this is south on Augusta. And one thing that's coming back this year will be pedestrian Sundays. I think starting on the last Friday in May, for a period of 5 months, they closed down the streets to traffic in this area. think this place is pretty new.
Yeah, because there are some personal spaces.
And when they do that, they basically turn the whole area into a big street festival. I'll definitely be here to record that. I'll probably try to do the first one. So that'll be coming up in a month from now. There's Trinity Common. And this place is quite popular, Kensington Brewing. There's Wanda's Pie in the Sky. I've only ever actually tried that once. And here's Nassau Street. And right here used to be a place called the Big Fat Burrito. That was a place I came to quite regularly. I don't see the garden car out. Usually it's right around this area. And you can see how this area would certainly benefit from being closed to traffic. Sorry, this is Nassau Street. Hopefully I'll remember to make that correction. So what I'll do is I'll head south down to Baldwin, then I'll loop back up to Nassau. And a lot of the retailers in this area are located in older Victorian homes that date back to the 1800s. And we'll see a lot of those when I get to Kensington Avenue. Seeing Spider-Man on the roof here is not an uncommon sight. There's the old Sunwa Fruit Market. That place closed last year. A number of popular mainstays in Kensington have closed. I think the pandemic was particularly harsh on this area. So this is Baldwin Street. I'll take this over to Spadina. I did a walk, I think, early last year, that explored a lot of hidden laneways in Kensington. And here's the north end of Kensington Avenue. I'll be heading that way later on this one. And in the 1800s, it was mostly Scottish and Irish immigrants living in this area. Then in the early 1900s, there was a broader array of Europeans and Jewish settlers that moved here. In the 50s, it became more Portuguese, Italian, Caribbean, and Southeast Asian, or rather East Asian. And in the 80s, it became more of a Latin American, African, and Latin presence. In other words, it's very diverse. There's the Jerk Spot. That place is quite popular. And it was actually designated as a National Historic Site back in 2006. I'm kind of curious as to what's going on in this lot. And the answer appears to be not a whole lot. So here's Spadina. I started this one just north of here. I got off the Spadina streetcar. I took that down from Spadina Station. So I'll head north up to Nassau Street. And it's back through the market. Between here and Augusta, it's mostly residential. And there's some neat restaurants and that sort of thing on the other side of Augusta. I had a coworker who lived in the Kensington Market lofts. There's some more street art over there. And interestingly enough, he had his loft broken into, and they took his work computer and his MacBook. There's some Cabbagetown vibes with some of these homes. So that's Augusta. I just came down that way. I've never been to any of these places. I certainly came by them quite a few times. One of the places I used to come here, called Cold Tea, closed down during the pandemic. That was kind of in a bit of a hidden location.
We noticed her though too, like right before she
So like tops and like all kind of stuff.
And they serve all-day breakfast there. On the southwest corner, there's Toronto Western Hospital. And across the street from that, Walmart actually tried to build an urban format store. And it was strongly opposed, and that was defeated. And eventually a supermarket went in that spot. That's where the old Cromer radio used to be. At one point, Nike opened up a store here. But that was rather short-lived. I think there's still concern if there's protections in place to sort of preserve the character of the neighborhood, even though it has been designated a National Historic Site. And there's the financial district off in the distance. This might be the only large surface pay parking lot here. And in a moment, we'll pay our respects to the King of Kensington, Al Waxman. He was a Canadian actor who starred in a TV show called The King of Kensington. And there's a statue in his honor just straight ahead. There's a couple of people sitting right next to it. I think you can find some old episodes of that on YouTube. And this is Bellevue Square Park. I think that TV show ran from about 1975 to 1980, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm just going to continue south here down to Dundas, and then we'll head up that street there, which is Augusta. And on the south side of Dundas is the Alexandra Park neighborhood. That's undergoing a rather extensive revitalization. Hey, free shoes. There's some old workers' cottage style homes.
Around this neighborhood.
I think this weather is just a preview of what's to come in terms of the city roaring back to life. So this is the western end of Chinatown. Seems to be the spot to get a cheap haircut. And it's one of two Chinatowns in the city of Toronto proper. Men haircut, just like that, 15 bucks. Men cut only 10 and up here. I just paid 40 for one yesterday, plus tip. So here's Augusta. More $15 haircuts. And there used to be a live music venue just in the second floor up here. I think it was this building here, and it might have been called The Boat. There's an alleyway. I think I explored through there, that video I talked about earlier. And here's the Handlebar. There's another bar I've been to a number of times.
Yeah, like this.
Ah, yes.
Is that art? There's the other side of the park. Oh, that was a popular spot to have a drink back when indoor dining was a no-no. And now for some minor overlap. I'll turn right at Kensington. This guy wasn't here about 10-15 minutes ago when I walked through. There's St. Andrew Street. That's a popular way to get over to Spadina. And this part of the street's rather well known for its vintage clothing retailers. And this here, I believe, is Kensington Place. It's kind of a cute, eclectic little cul-de-sac. This is probably Toronto's most Instagram neighborhood.
If you show them the leather jacket with the big hood on it,
There's Fitzroy Terrace. There's some neat homes down that way. I'll probably come back and do an updated hidden Kensington Market walk at some point.
Not going to the shops as well. Why would you go to? Yeah.
And it's back to Dundas. So I'm going to head over to Spadina, and there's one last part of Kensington I want to check out. And here's the main intersection in Chinatown, Dundas and Spadina. So this is back north up the west side of Spadina. And I'm gonna make a left just up ahead here. And we'll check out a laneway that I think is full of brightly colored Victorian style homes. Glen Baillie Place.
On the spot, it's kind of like.
And I think this will kick me out at St. Andrew. At least at some point in time they were brightly colored. There's some old school fire escapes. I guess it's more of a shortcut. You get from there to that floor, then you hop on the ladder, you climb down, and you jump. And it's St. Andrew Street. And I think that's about it for this one. So I hope you enjoyed this rather nice Saturday afternoon walk around Kensington Market. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below, and if you wish to support the channel, there's the links to Patreon and YouTube membership in the description. I also have an Instagram account at Johnny Strides. And there's a new super thanks button on each of these videos. Anyways, we'll finish with the view of the CN Tower. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you on the next one.